I'm not beating this today. There's 17 exits left. I'm not beating this today. It's... This title is a lie, because if it was for beginners, this would be easier than it is. So hello everyone, I'm TailsFan109. I'm gonna go back to playing this Kaizo Kindergarten for beginners, which is not really for beginners because there's many Kaizo hacks that are significantly easier than this one. It teaches you a lot of stuff, but it goes way too hard on you. So, let's see who's here. Well, Jose, if he's still here, Nesrinia, Bidley, Lola, Supersonic Richie, hello. So we're going to continue this very, very difficult Kaizo tutorial hack with stun timer resets. It's been a long time since I played, so that's fun. This level teaches you about carryable enemy jumps. This includes Goombas, Buzzy Beetles, and bombs. These enemies are unique since they wake up or explode after a certain amount of time. After bouncing off the Goomba, throw it up and catch it as it is falling. This step is necessary since it preserves the Goomba's downward momentum, which lets you bounce off of it in midair when it wakes up. After bouncing off the Goomba, throw it up and catch it as it is falling. When the Goomba starts shaking faster, run about 4 blocks and jump. Note, if you died, you jumped too late. Oh, I did it! Good! I actually sort of understood that. Hello, Doondog. Hello, Ryan Mac. Oh! This exact technique works Buzz Wheels. No, you can reset the enemy's amount of time to wake up sometime by kicking it again. I jumped too late. I wasn't ready. Hi, EJ. Hi, Cams Brown. Whoops. Is there anything over here? Yes, there is. Do I want to go this way? Huh. It works, but yet for some reason I can't do it. I don't need empanadas. Why can't I get this to work? Oh, there we go. Now I did it. You can spin jump off of a bomb's explosion, but it is a bit janky and can sometimes kill you. If you want to skip this trick, enter the door. Dropping an enemy does not reset its stun timer. Yep, it killed me. This better not be in the exam as a result. But I did it. There. Again, I don't have to worry about the dragon coins because this hack is actually bugged. The dragon coins do not work properly. So we're not really gonna worry about it anymore. There's no guarantee I'll even save. Yoshi mechanics! Uh-oh. Hang on. There's some sun blinding my eyes. I gotta move the split shades. It's just that time of the day where the sun actually loves getting in the way. I still didn't fix it. Okay, that's better. Now it won't blind me. This level teaches you about Yoshi mechanics. There can only be one Yoshi alive in a level at a time. Yoshi can stomp and kill enemies. He'll bounce off enemies but not kill enemies that you normally must spin jump on. Yoshi can also walk on munchers. If you take damage while on Yoshi, you'll be invulnerable for 48 frames, and Yoshi will run in the direction you are facing. No, taking damage from munchers, mega moles, or wigglers will kill you immediately. To dismount Yoshi, press A. You can do this while on the ground or airborne. You can also retain your spin jump state if you spin jump onto Yoshi and dismount while airborne. This resets if you touch the ground. That was a lot to read. To stick out Yoshi's tongue, press Y. To stick out Yoshi's tongue higher, hold Y and up. Yeah, so if I don't hold up, if I hold up, it's weird, but it works. You can also spit out items with Y. To spit out an item, gently press Y and down. I love vanilla cake. No, Yoshi spits out all items at the same speed, regardless of how fast you are moving. You can also spit out items through walls. Yoshi will eat any carryable sprite after 17 seconds. This timer resets if he spits out the item and eats it again. Okay, so it's explicitly 17 seconds. Yoshi can gain different abilities depending on the colored shell he eats. A green shell does nothing. Note, you cannot fit through one-tile gaps while on Yoshi's. Alright, there. Go outside? No, I don't eat empanadas. I just simply don't eat them. A red shell lets Yoshi spit out 3 fireballs. Those fireballs disappear once off screen. A blue shell lets Yoshi fly. To fly, press B. You cannot hold B to fly unless you have a cape. I know that much. There we go. Hi, area. Yeah, I do feel better. You can also spit out the shell and eat it again while airborne. To time this, spit out the shell slightly after pressing B. Oh boy. Well, now it's finally making me do something that's gonna take a little bit of effort. I don't like this. I've never had to do this. Darn it! Hi, Gianni. Oh boy. Well, it was very basic stuff, and then it's like, do this weird timing trick. And then I hit every button under the sun when I'm not supposed to. No, I can't keep Yoshi still enough to be in the proper position to get the shell again. There we go, I made it. A yellow shell lets Yoshi stop on the ground. This causes some sprites to bounce and get stunned. There we go. Guess we're doing that. There we go. These same abilities are also applied to each respective Yoshi's color. Note, give the mushroom to the baby Yoshi. I know this stuff. Okay, so for the most part, this is allowed to be an easy level. Under normal circumstances, baby Yoshis require 5 enemies to grow into an adult. However, you can double eat enemies by eating them at the right time, which counts as 2 enemies instead of 1. To do the double eat, you want to eat the next enemy about half a second after you hear the gulp. Like that, okay. I've done that before. Gaming Galday. Okay, this level generally actually was easy. That's gonna change though, because we're going to do an assessment now, and they are always so hard. Here we go, assessment number 4, time to perish. Okay, so we're doing shell jumps, the double shell jump, item jumps, 1 frame trick, stun timer resets, and Yoshi mechanics, and all previous concepts, possibly. Well, I did it somewhat right. Oh gosh, wait. Was I supposed to jump off Yoshi there? I feel like I am. Isn't that basketball? I don't play sports games. Sorry, Cavs Brown, I don't like sports games at all. Unless they are nothing like the real life sport. Then maybe. But sports games, not for me. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what to do yet. Hytail Super. I don't know when episode 7 will come out. It's nowhere close to being finished, so I can't tell ya. Just, pretty much for the most part, never ask when an animation comes out. There will never be a clear answer. Ever. Something like that. Darn it, I didn't make it. Ow. Oh, nice, Super Sonic Richie, a month. Well, well. Well, the public preview only happens when the animation's about halfway finished, and yeah, that's gonna take a while because it's a long animation. But it's only 30 seconds, and I'm usually careful and try and pick clips that don't really spoil a whole lot, so you're usually not gonna see the biggest stuff in a sneak peek anyway. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't always win. I'm sure not winning right now. So I thought that this is an easy shell jump. Like, it's not a complicated one. I don't play Royale games either. I don't find them fun. Well, might as well die. A 5? There's not really a point to doing a 5-second preview. You watched a short on Kaizo Kindergarten? And yeah, I am in a band. We just started rehearsals again for the new year. This past week. I keep hitting him the wrong way. God, Sonic Rumble's even a thing. There we go. Oh, I didn't do the frame perfect. I don't know why this shell jump is giving me such grief. It's not really any different than the shell jump in the second test of Learn to Kaizo, which admittedly that wasn't hard. That part at least. This is just a no-frill shell jump. I should be doing this first part easily, honestly, and consistently. I thought there were no trolls. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to be holding run there. Whoops. Okay. Rookie mistake. I guess I'm still a rookie after all these hacks. Oh, wait, why did I spin jump? I wasn't supposed to spin jump. I don't know why I did that. It told me to press B. Did I forget how to read? Basic letter? There we go. Oh, I got through the first room already. You know, that first room actually was not that hard. Uh-oh. Well, that's a lose. Yes, I already answered that. Yes, I am in bed. Oh, come on, you didn't even... This is kind of tricky to time, isn't it? There we go. Oh, holy smokes. Yoshi was actually supposed to make it? What do you mean he was supposed to make it? Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. How is Yoshi supposed to make that? Oh no, maybe I'm supposed to spit the shell. Won't matter if I never make it. That's really difficult to time. I don't even get... I can't live stream my band playing because, well, I'm playing during that. I can't hold a phone and live stream. I'm in the band. I have to play. I can't stream it. Oh, you didn't hear? Oh, okay. That's alright. It's like that. Just don't jump so high. Yeah, I can't stream the band because, well, I'm playing in the band. And thoughts on Tangle? No comment. I don't read the comics at all, so she's a character I only hear her name of. She has no connection to me. Okay, good. Ah! No, don't. Wait, is this item juggling? I don't want to item juggle again. Please don't make me item juggle, please. Don't make me item juggle again. I beg of you, don't make me. I can't do that, Camps Brown. I am not permitted to do that. My phone is not really even supposed to be on person. the game continuity. Quite frankly, I'm not too big a proponent of adding comic elements into the games because then it makes following through things too complicated. The games should never mandate that you have to go through other media to understand what's going on in the game universe. So I'm not really for that kind of thing. I think if it's part of some side thing that's not a part of the main games, better keep it out of the games to avoid confusion. Uh-oh. No, I don't have a quick way to die anymore, darn it. Oh, this is dumb. Sure, but the people that are live streaming it generally aren't playing the music. That's someone else's responsibility. I can't do that. Someone else would have to stream the band if that was to happen. And even then, in some places, there might be a policy against that. So you have to respect that if that's the case. I'm not again. Who's Lanolin the sheep? Ugh! I hate this part. Well, I'm just in the band. I'm not the leader. I cannot make those decisions. That's up to either the band leader or the place that is letting us perform for the concert. It's not my decision to make. You have to understand that. I'm just a random flute player, that's it. I glitched the shell. Cause it's not my band, I'm just a member. That's all. You know, I don't even know if I technically need him. I do. You have to realize, it's not my band, so I can't make the decisions. I'm there to play the music I'm given, as well as I can. That's sort of it, and sometimes we're expected to advertise and get tickets sold for people to go to the concerts, but that's sort of the extent of it. And there are stuff like live streams or stuff, I hold no responsibility for that. Oh my gosh, why do I keep running into the spikes? It should be really easy to avoid that. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Of course I'd do that. What is the matter with me? That was really bad. As bad can be. What happened? What happened to the Goomba? Oh hey, I might not actually be screwed after all. Thank you! I got to cheese it. There's a third room. Well, I guess I didn't get to use this, so I guess I should have expected something along the lines of that. Okay. Oh, wait. I have a shell in my mouth. Okay. You're in a cross-country, my school. Nice. I remember being in cross-country when I was in middle school. But then I got into theater, and I prioritized that over cross-country. But I did cross-country throughout middle school. I wasn't one of the better ones, but I still did it. I can do better than this. Ow. 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 Almost. Holy smokes! This is the double shell jump. I didn't know this was the double shell jump. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, anyways, that might be the last part. If that's so, then this assessment's not quite as difficult as many of the other ones in this hack. For a second, I didn't see the spring. I thought it despawned. Oh, come on. What was that insta re-grab of the spring? I almost destroyed that shell. Oh man, it's kind of scary doing a double shell jump in a spot like that. That makes it more intimidating. And the intimidation factor alone makes it easier to mess up. Ah, oh, darn it! I think how far across country field is entirely dependent on the specific race you're in. At least when I was in middle school, they could range anywhere from 1.5 miles to 2 miles. When I was in middle school, at least. In cross-country, in high school cross-country, I know it gets longer. Darn it! Oh man. Oh please, I'm not that good of a runner. Not at all. No, my grandest achievement in running is being it once doing a 5K in about 29 minutes and 20 seconds. And for me, that was an achievement to do it under 30. I'm not that good. I just run because it's good for me, not because I'm good at it as a competitive sport. Ow. right, I hate losing my momentum. That part's just going out of whack for me recently. Although it's overall not too difficult getting to the double shell jump. The hard part's just doing it right, knowing that I only have half a second to prepare it. That's the hard part. I can't get the preparation done nicely because I'm too panicked about the fact that I've got virtually no time to set it up. Which means the shells are never where I need them to be because I'm panicking because I don't have time to neatly organize it like I otherwise would. There we go, I did it. Okay. I gave myself a tiny bit more time, and there we go! There we go, okay, as far as assessments go in this, that one was actually pretty easy. That was what, 20 minutes? Assessment 3, by comparison, took about an hour and a half at least, so, yeah, that was a lot easier. Movement influenced enemies? What? This level teaches you about enemies that are influenced by your movement. This includes Rip Van Fish, Park Buffers, Bulkies, and Charging Shucks. Okay then. Generally, these enemies try to move towards you. So if you want them to move right, you must be on the right side of them. Remember to not hold X on slower moving enemies. Notice their movement is strictly based off of your X position only. There we go. Last time I ran a 5K, I think I did one in 2022 or 23. Well, yeah, the assessments is to test everything it's taught you up to that point. To slow down, stay on the opposite side of the enemy. A lot of it comes down to how good your left to rights are and staying on one side of an enemy. There we go. Yeah, it does drive home the school vibe. Porcupine Puffers are quite janky. Their speeds changes greatly when the screen scrolls. Now, Porcupine Puffers slowly descend when not in water. There we go. This is Mario 3D World. I only played through that game one time before. I don't really know the music well. Pokies check to see which direction to move about every 2 seconds. This means it's possible to be on the left side of the Pokie as it moves right. Well, that's interesting to learn about the timing of it. Oh my gosh, but if he could just go faster, because boy, that's gonna test my patience. Does kindergarten even have assessments? In the era of Common Core? Probably. I mean, I think there were at least, like, spelling tests when I was a kid. Yeah, there were at least spelling tests. And basic math tests. Clap and chucks can be manipulated vertically as seen in the chuck game. Oh, I know that, and I still failed! Charging chucks are also one of 2 enemies that changes your speed when you bounce off them. Landing left makes you bounce left, vice versa. Charging chucks can also break blocks. Try that again. Oh, come on! Why'd you stop? You jerk. This is not good. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, can you stop doing that? It's annoying. Well, when I was in kindergarten, we had spelling tests and such. I knew he would despawn. Okay, that's just mean. That is just mean. You can't do that. Don't despawn. Good. I used the camera to save my life. Oh, I thought I was gonna need him for another jump. Okay, never mind. There we go. And it's kind of nice that I don't have to worry about the dragon coins because they don't work. Because the developer of this hack did not test that concept carefully enough. Alright, the disco shell. Here we go, disco shell. This level teaches you about manipulating disco shells. Like in the previous level, disco shells move towards you. Disco shells are the other enemy that changes your speed when you bounce off them. Disco shells set your speeds to -24 or 24 depending on which side you land on. This is important to know when learning about disco shell riding. You can also manipulate how much the disco shell moves back and forth if you stand still and move at different times. The hardest part of disco shell riding is the initial mount, ain't that the truth? To set this up, jump as the disco shell moves left to get max distance away from it. This causes the disco shell to move towards you at its max speed, which makes this movement predictable and allows you to time the initial mount. Finally, hold right before landing. Holding left is important since if you land on the left side, you will not die, and it gives you enough time to react and try again. No, disco shell's max speed is 32. Bada bing, bada boom, I did it! When you are riding a disco shell, your average speed is higher than the disco shells, which means you eventually outrun it if you hold right the entire time, so you must slow down every now and then. You can slow down by either quickly releasing Y while holding right. You can do this method only if you're not holding an item. You said either, so where's the second method? Or you can quickly release Y right while holding Y. No, for either method, you want to do them immediately after bouncing off the disco shell. Also, do not tap left to slow down since it gives you a higher chance of landing on the left side of the disco shell. Wow! Right off the bat! And I just full on missed. Well, I let go of both things, but it didn't work. I fell. Yep, that's what we call messing up the initial mount. Get this ad out of here. Oh, please. The last thing I'd want to play is Fortnite. Gosh, no. I would never want to play a game like Fortnite. There we go, I did it! You know, I never knew that bit of letting go of one of the buttons to recenter. I never knew that, so that's really nice to know. Ideally, you want to land on the right side after each bounce. If you miss and land on the left side, you want to manipulate the disco shell so it swings wide left, which allows you to do the same inputs for an initial mount and continue from there. Darn it, I'm not doing too hot here. Well, it was more like it until I got to this point. And then it just got really bad again. There we go, I did it. Ideally, you want the disco shell to swing wide so it gives you more time to maneuver around it. Jump once the disco shell begins moving in the opposite direction. Note the disco shell turns around faster when it bounces off a wall. There we go. Drop when the disco shell begins moving. A small left-right might be needed. Darn it! Darn it. There we go. I'm good at that. Less good at this. Okay, I'm back, but I'm worried because it looks like connection's starting to drop. Frames are falling. According to OBS, that's worrying me a bit. Oh geez, I hope I won't have to end this early. Well, hopefully it doesn't become a persistent problem. If it does, well then, I'm sorry if I have to end up ending the stream early because of that. But I just noticed that a bunch of frames started dropping on OBS. You'll have to let me know if it persists. Finally, I did it. Probably not the best way, but I did it. There we go. Alright, and now not the fishing boo. I hate the fishing boo. Get rid of the fishing boo. Nope, nope. That's it. That's it. Hack's over. No, we're not doing fishing boo. Fishing boo is garbage. No, don't make me do this. I hate the fishing boo. This level teaches you about manipulating fishing boos. Fishing boo movement can be similar to disco shells. However, the fishing boo and its fire can turn around at different times. They both also move in an ellipse. Note, the fire can sometimes flick in the opposite direction when the fishing boo turns around. The fishing boo's max speed also varies since it catches up to you if you try to outrun it. I hate fishing boos. Just like with disco shells, start moving when the fishing boo swings toward the opposite direction. This is more lenient than disco shells. Note, the fire cannot hurt you in this room. Well, thank you for that. Ow. Ah! I hate this enemy! This is my least favorite enemy in Super Mario World, and it's not even close. Nothing is as bad as this stupid fishing boo. Oh no, the next assessment's going to have this. Understand how to get good and bad ellipses is the key to dodging the fishing boo's fire. A good ellipse is when the fire turns after the fishing boo changes direction. This gives a wider range and smoother fire movement. A bad ellipse is when the fire turns before the fishing boo changes direction. This gives a smaller range and a more erratic fire movement. I don't even understand how I'm supposed to notice the difference. To convert a bad ellipse into a good one, you generally want to swing out wider when making the fishing boo change direction so it keeps the fire from turning around too early. I think I see it, I think. Once you can determine that the type of ellipse that the fishing boo gives you, which can change often, it becomes easier to dodge the fire. It doesn't change the fact that I hate him. No, the fire can hurt you once you leave this platform. Yay! This is always what happens when this guy's on the screen. Okay, good, I did it. The fishing boo does not always catch up to you immediately, so sometimes left rights are needed. I hate fishing boo! Occasionally, the fishing boo may slow down unexpectedly when you are going full speed, so be aware and do left rights if needed. Yeah, unfortunately. That is unfortunately very true. It's one of the reasons I freaking hate this guy. That, and the fishing boo's fire is the most diabolical thing to Mushroom Kingdom kind. I love Super Mario World, but I'm so glad this enemy never appeared in any other game after it, or before it. This enemy is a blight to a nearly perfect Mario game. Behave! Have a predictable pattern! Stop with the weird movements. Oh, come on! How long does this section have to be? It's not an assessment. Yet. It will be next level, though. Oh, why couldn't Kaizo creators just universally decide Fishing Boo is horrible and never have it in a Kaizo hack? No! I was doing so good! Okay. No! How could it have been buggy all stream? I haven't seen anyone else saying it was buggy the whole stream. I hate having to slow down with a fishing boo. Oh yes, thank you! I don't care if there's a coin on the other side of that, I just want to get out. Oh. He's gonna be in assessment 5. And guess what's next? Assessment 5! Oh no. Well, it doesn't add many more new mechanics, so this hopefully won't be too long at least. Well, that was limp. Why do I keep letting the regrab go so limp? Oops, I missed. So let me guess, it's gonna be split into 3 sections. Section 1's gonna be all about basic movement style enemies. Room 2 is gonna explicitly be disco shells, and room 3 is gonna be explicitly the fishing boo. I am dreading room 3. Getting off a jumping sequence like that is actually harder than you would think. It's very easy to do too small a jump at the end. Oh wait, I should have let go of the run button. It would have made that easier. That's my fault. You see, it's very easy to do that kind of a jump instead. Let's go. There we go. Oh, room 1 was easy. Time for disco shells. Time for disco shells. I can do this. It's fine. I can do it. Getting me an inch mount on this first shell seems to be a little self-explanatory, at least. I have to remember, though, that I can accidentally outpace it. That was bad timing. Okay. Never had to try and weave around while on a vine before. That's a new one for me. How did that miss? I thought for sure I landed on him. What was that? That wasn't a jump. That was a skip. I'm turning Mario into a skipper. Oh, skipper! Where's the way back to shore? Oh, I don't know. I don't know at all. Oh! Okay, I'll shut up, Mario. I'll shut up. You're just so slow while on the vine. It makes it more difficult to set up. I knew it. My headphones were getting loose. I got distracted. Well, that was easier. Oh, and I thought I jumped on him. But nope, I was just a centimeter off. Because of course I was. Why wouldn't I be? Woo! I'm just dreading the next room because the next room is the fishing boo, and I've already gone on the record how much I hate the fishing boo. What the? There's two of them! I don't think that... maybe that is supposed to... but that's downright despicable. Now if you mess up the disco shell at all, it cancels out and you die. That is just downright despicable. That is downright despicable. How did I miss that? That's ridiculous. I'm being ridiculed by a shell. Well, that's gonna be really difficult to do with a thwomp I have to race past. What happened? Look, I'm not gonna say disco shells are necessarily easy either. They can also be pretty difficult. But I've always been more tolerant of them than the fishing boo. Because at least with the disco shell, I can understand how it's my fault. Josiah the Big, hi. Hello. How are ya? Better than Mario doing this perilous stuff, I'm sure. There we go. Okay, I almost messed up, and then I did mess it up. My gosh, I even hit jump, but I still didn't move. How? How did that happen? Oh, what was that? And I just went chest first into the spikes. Great. No! Darn it, why did I have to mess that up so royally bad? Well, the first room was easy, but this one isn't. Specifically because for that last part, they had to add a second disco shell that cancels out them if you mess up, forcing you to take the L. That was not right. Do it again. Darn it! I kind of forgot how this starts. Oops. Darn, can I stop doing that? Ow. Very good. Oh no, I hate messing that up. I don't like messing that up either. Wow. What a mess up. I knew it. I tried to back up, but I failed. Oh my gosh, I missed the vine. This music's telling me I gotta get serious. Well, I cleared that mishap up only to then miss a step. Would have been messed up again, honestly. No, I was doing so well. I was doing so well. That was the best I've done. Let's try and do something to a similar effect so that I can get through this room. Whew. Darn it! Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy! Oh boy. Ah! Enough with that. I just want to get through. Well, actually, no, I don't want to get through because next is the fishing boat. Maybe I do just want to stay here for the rest of the game. Darn it. I even tapped left, which was not recommended, and I still ended up too far ahead all the time. Okay, that was lucky. No! Stupid thwomp! I know it's because I ended up hugging the wall, so I had no speed to get past the thwomp, but I'm still mad. I'm also mad when stuff like that happens. Ow. Oh my gosh. I could have salvaged that if I didn't panic so much. Woo! Like that. That I salvaged. Ah! Why? How was I not high enough? That part is so agonizingly stressful. $41? What, is that how many times I died? If so, I swear I died a lot more than that. Whew. Nope, I knew it. I knew I messed that one up. Ow. Ugh. Darn it. Darn it. I'm not making any progress this way. Oh, that was really bad. Oh, I thought I was gonna reach it, not miss it. Well, okay, that was doomed. Jeez, I thought I'd be through this part by now. But nope, I'm still here. Somehow I'm still here. Can I stop doing these mistakes that I was not making 5 minutes ago? Whew. Jeez, what is the matter with me? I have, like, no concentration anymore. I don't even know what just happened. I wish I knew why I was doing so many wrong things now, but I really don't. There we go. I need to itch my arm. No! How did I hit the spikes? Oh, I'm starting to lose it. I'm starting to go insane. I'm gonna go crazy over this. Why? I'm starting to get angry at this. I have a moment to rest. Maybe I should just let it out for a moment. Alright. Let's do it. No! Stop messing up there! Just get to the end! That's all I'm asking. Get to the end! It's a basic concept. Get to the end. You go from point A to point B. Just do it. Yeah, that was already bad. That was already kind of a doomed prospect. I limited all my room for error, and I would have made some error. Hi, Brandy. Ow. How was room 1 so easy, and then this is just this? Hi, Mikhaili. Oh gosh. Thanks, Mikhaili. Maybe that subscription? Well, help me get through this. Okay, no. A number is not going to change my skill level. I just have to get good. What? How? Well, more than Tails has happened. I don't think I really look like Tails. At least they give you a moment to rest here. Okay. No! 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 Why does that have... Why does there have to be a second disco shell to try and cancel out the other disco shell by making mistakes? Why? We didn't have to do that, you know. You didn't have to make it that hard. Again, this is supposed to be for beginners. What is it? What is it? Oh. I made the announcements kind of late. By Saturday, I knew I didn't have my little stomach bug thing anymore, so I decided to schedule the stream. Oh, happy birthday! You know, the part of me that I don't really feel like singing right now. This has got me too riled up to want to sing right now. But happy birthday. Ouch. On Tuesday, what do you know? Hi, Delaney. Okay, what am I doing? Of course I did that! Of course I did that! I'm too angry to make Tails' voice right now. Too angry at this. Remember how easy Assessment 4 was? But alas, games can't stay nice. No! Maybe you haven't been looking at what's been happening on the screen. But, this level is starting to infuriate me. Needless to say! And after this, I still have to do the fishing boo room. Great. Well, mostly because I've been failing at this room for nearly 30 minutes with no sign of actually getting better. And I don't even know what that was. Okay, good. Oh. I hate that section! What did I even do? What did I even do? There. I don't even know what I'm doing! What happened? Okay. Stay with me! Stay with me! And Mario's a fat plumber. It shouldn't be that hard to keep up with him, right? Okay, well maybe he was less fat in this game than he would eventually become, but... I don't know, Mario Kart World, from what I've seen, he looks a bit pudgier in that. His cheeks certainly got fat in that one. But that reminds me, when I was a kid, I just figured Wario looked rounded up purely because he was fat. I didn't equate to the fact that he probably had a bunch of muscle. I just thought Wario was fat. I mean, his arms looked strong, but the rest of him looked fat. Especially with those tiny legs he has. Just figured he was fat. No! Don't! That is cheating! not really in the moods to play with a joke right now. I'm really not. All it's gonna do is serve to distract me, which really cannot afford right now. I've been here long enough. Okay, now I'm scared. I went too far! I went too far! I went too far! I was doing all right and I went too far! Someone else answer the knock-knock joke. I can't afford to play along with it right now. Oh, darn everything! Why does that part have to be so annoying? Uh, 3 o'clock. I started at 3. I've been on this level since about 3:50. Of which, only the first 5 minutes was not in this room. Because the first room was actually easy. I shouldn't have been talking. If I wasn't talking, maybe I would have done it that time. How do I miss that? What makes this more annoying is that I actually did pretty well in the Disco Shell level, but I'm failing the assessment portion of this. Stop messing up. Kaizo Kindergarten. Supposedly for beginners, but I think that's a flat out lie. I'd say this is the hardest hack I have played thus far. Out of the 54 I've played, I think this is the hardest one. The year Mario turns 41? That's a lie. That happened 5 years ago. To say Mario turned 41 is to infer that the games Mario Bros, Donkey Kong Jr., and Donkey Kong never happened. So he's 46, actually. Which, if you flip it, you get 64. I just want to get this. I just want to get this. 41 years ago, Mario became Super Mario, but Mario himself, he's been around a few years longer than that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, he'll be turning... No, he won't be turning 46, he'll be turning 45, my mistake. Forgot how to do basic math. Because this is borderline stressful! Again, why? Why does that keep happening? Try to be calm. Well, trying to be calm is very difficult when you're doing the same thing over and over again for over a half an hour, yielding almost no different results, and you just kind of want it to be done. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, you can't tell me when I keep tapping left that I'm somehow still going too far. Now, something like that happened, that would be different. This is not the last level. I think there's at least another 8 levels after this. Maybe slightly more, even. Well, that was just terrible. Whew. Ow. Oh, bye. I guess. Bye. Come on. What? How did I miss the shell? I just don't want to be here anymore. I want to move on. I knew it! I knew it! I knew I already messed up. I knew I already screwed the whole thing up and made everything hopeless and pointless. And now Mario's never gonna see the princess again. He's never gonna get a cake again. He's going to be dealing with the horrors of disco for the rest of eternity. Which is a pity. I actually like disco, so I don't like having to say that. I like disco. Disco's fun. That's not fun, though. I mean, it's fun to, you know, like, shake your groove thing while in Boogie Wonderland, but you're just staying alive. You're staying alive because you were born to be alive. But I'll get by. I will survive. I knew it. I have to jump by the second bounce there, pretty much. There's probably some ROM hacks with those names already. No! How did I thought I did everything right? I couldn't have jumped any higher! What happened? I'm never getting through this. I'm just gonna be stuck here for the rest of my life. Well, that knocked me back farther than normal. Oh shoot, what did I do that for? Okay, go. No, I wasn't supposed to land on him yet. Darn it. I really hate that part so much. If they didn't throw the second disco shell in there, then I could manage it. I knew it. I messed it up. I messed it all up. Nothing I could do. I missed. Taking too long. Well, that was different. At least. Do I want to do that, maybe? Do I want to make that disco shell fall so that I just rely solely on only one disco shell? Because that might help. Can I do it? Is it possible to do in this? I might actually try that. Maybe I could get it to work. If I can, that might make that part significantly easier, because it means I would actually have room to make more mistakes. It might be cheating, but at this point, I really don't care. But I didn't even think of doing it, and I really suffered the consequences as a result. This sort of went too much on autopilot. don't know what I was doing, but I was tapping the jump button for some reason instead of holding it. I don't know if there's enough time. I don't think there is. Ouch. Ow. Jeez. No! I've been here so darn long. Okay, I really messed that one up. You know what? I'm gonna try something else. What if I scroll the screen? Will it... No? No, no, it's on something. So, yeah, no, I have to deal with it. There is no other option. I have to deal with it. The creator made very sure of that. Great. But you know, I really hate that. Oh, great, look what I did. I made it fall out of bounds. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh no, I knew it! There was a way I could keep that shell from appearing. And here, I thought the disco shell part would be pretty manageable. You know, a little hard, but doable. But that last part makes it an absolute nightmare. And again, this is supposed to be a beginner hack. How is this for beginners? It's so tight. Jesus, this Panga guy, he doesn't know what being a beginner is like. I mean, the rest of it is fine, but that last part and the second disco shell was entirely unnecessary and just makes it harder than a hack of this kind should be. Gosh darn everything in this level. Ugh. No! Okay, here we are again. Alright, so I've been in this level for at least an hour or so, at least close to it. Ah, gosh, I was too far ahead the whole time. Too far ahead the whole time. I haven't even gotten to the dreaded fishing booth segment of this yet. I don't know if I even can beat this before 6 o'clock, this one level. Oh gosh, that was already doomed. Already too late. Can I stop going ahead of the shell every time I get to that point? That's one thing I don't want to be consistent with. Again! Stop! I don't want to be consistent with that failure! I can't believe how easy it is to just flat out miss the shell there. But I only have one chance because if I slow down, that's it. The shell's gonna get knocked out of the ring and then I'm dead. Oh, that's bad. I don't even know what's after that, so I'll probably mess that up too. When I started this room, it wasn't even 4 o'clock yet. Just for reference. Just kill me. What? What? Now I keep missing every time I get to that point. And now here. Now I'm just gonna fail everything. Oh, come on, you stop tricking me! Oh no! I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just sick and tired of this now. I'm just sick and tired of it. Now it's just annoying. It's not even fun anymore. This is too tight. Well, not this part and not this part. It's once you get up here, then it just starts to get way too ridiculous. No! Why? Why couldn't you just let me win this one time? You could have just let me have it. Why'd you have to screw it up? It couldn't let me have the one win. It just had to be like, oh no, screw you. I want you to finish yourself forever. Just end it. End Kaizo for the rest of your life. You should not play this. I don't want your attention. I don't want your money. Oh wait, you don't pay me. That's why I don't want you. Ugh. This wants me to end my Kaizo career. I don't know why, but it really wants me to. No! Gosh, I really hate this segment. No, oh, come on! This is eventually gonna make me cry. Ugh. Okay. No, 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 no! Why does there have to be the second shell? Whew, man, I actually made it through that. I can't wait to be done with Assessment 5. And then that happens! No! Why did I miss? I can't take it anymore. I just want this to be over! Over, I say! Haven't I done this long enough? Gosh, I'm really glad I did not play this hack when I discovered it, because I was only like 4 or 5 hacks in by that point. So glad I held off on this. This would have been a terrible decision if I decided to play this early in my Kaizo journey. Would have been a travesty. Oh gosh. No! How? Oh, come on, what is this? I don't even know what that is. It's trying to make Mario do a polka dance or something. Yep, I was way too far, I knew it. Oh, whoa, I have no idea what I just did with my fingers there. I feel like letting go of right didn't actually slow me down. I felt like it sped me up. Okay. No! 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 I do not accept that! That is not fair! That is cheating! You can't do it there! You can't do it there! Not there! That is cheating! That is absolute cheating! That has nothing to do with my knowledge! Screw you! Screw you! Screw this game! Screw the creator! Screw the whole medium! You can't do that! You can't do that! Not there! That's not even a funny troll, that one's just insulting! Normally I enjoy a funny troll, but that was not the time for it! That was not the time for it! That one wasn't funny! Poor timing! Really poor timing! I just wanted to be out of here! Why did they have to do that? At least make the test fair! Hi, Roland. Just been doing this segment for over an hour now, and I'm really tired of it. Done! Fish. Now I have to do the fishing boo. Shoot! No, I have to do the fishing boo! No! No, I have to do the fishing boo now! I hate the fishing boo! Now you're gonna see why I hate fishing boo. This stupid flame! Look at that! No! Now I have to deal with this! And I hate it! Oh! What?! Oh, now it's gonna be even worse. Go! Ah! You see how obnoxiously he moves? Uh-oh. Okay. Ah! I hate you! But this is the last room. I know it because this is the last thing we learned. How horrible Fishing Boo is! What was that? What?! Wow! How did he catch up? made it. Look at his movements! I hate this enemy so much! I hate this enemy! Ugh, I hate this assessment. Okay, that one was my fault. I have to blame myself for that one. Wait. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me! I'm supposed to hit that P-switch with this stupid fire chasing me? Ugh! That was dangerous! Oh, man. I might actually be dead. I'm not dead. You are so mean! You are so mean! Why would you do that? This is supposed to be a test! Tests are not supposed to be unfair! And that, sir, is unfair! Oh gosh! Okay, so now I know that this test is absolutely sadistic. Get out! Done, done, done! At least that segment had very simple set pieces. Oh, it's finally done. Assessment 5 is finally done. What's next? Spin flight. Alright. Spin flight. We're doing cape stuff. This level teaches you about copying cape and spin flight mechanics. The fundamental aspect behind the cape is takeoff meter. Takeoff meter determines whether you can continue ascending or begin flight. It also determines when the screen should scroll upwards. Takeoff meter is set to 80 once your P meter is filled completely when you jump. Takeoff meter decreases by 1 every frame and does not reset if it is active above 0. To spin fly, press A to jump when your P meter is filled. After the initial jump, an internal timer gets set to 16, decreases by 1 every frame. While this timer is active, you ascend at max speed regardless of if you're holding A or not. When this timer reaches 0, you start to decelerate. The timer can be reset once it reaches 0 and if A is pressed. This is why you may continue to ascend even after letting go of A. Takeoff meter can be set back to 0 only if you're on the ground or if you begin normal flight. Otherwise, it stays at 2. You can continue to ascend only if your takeoff meter is greater than 2. If your takeoff meter is 2 or less, the same timer then apply for descent. When this timer is active, you will fall at minimum speed. That was a little confusing to read. Hold A to constantly ascend. Release A to descend. Tab A to ascend to a short height. This applies even if you are falling. I feel like that text comes in a little late. I keep doing it too early. But it's nice to be somewhere different now. Tap A to ascend short height. This applies even if you are falling. Oops. Oops. There we go. You can also do spin fly inputs while holding an item. Remember to maintain P meter. Oh jeez. Okay, this looks a little complicated. Oh, you mean I actually have to stop moving briefly? Okay. Thought if I just hugged the ceiling, I'd be okay. Oops. I must die now. I don't know why these munchers aren't auto-kill, honestly. The coin's up there. What? Guess my takeoff meter was too high. Alright. Darn it. Alright. But at least I'm somewhere different now, so I don't feel enraged anymore. For Pete's sakes. I think I'm close enough to the second swamp. Oh, okay then. Nope, swamps are a pain. What happened? Oh my gosh, I clipped into the wall for a frame and that messed everything up. Well, that's just fun. Nothing like a clip to ruin everything. There we go, I made it. Is that everything? Yep, that's everything. I can at least get to relax a tiny bit before going into another assessment. But next is normal flight, and next will probably be controlled flight, and I hate controlled flight. Normal flight mechanics. To normal flight, press B to jump when your P meters completely fill. The max speed when flying varies from 47 to 51. You begin normal flight once you start falling downwards while holding Y. Once this happens, your P meter decreases. When you're flying, your speed increases by 4 every frame. So you accelerate much faster than running. Remember that letting go of rights when in the air locks your speed. Right. If you hold right and fly downwards fast enough, you can do a dive bomb. When you land on the ground, you can kill some enemies. Note, a dive bomb requires flight phase 6. You can dive bomb slightly faster if you repeatedly tap right. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. To pull up from a dive bomb, hold left. If you get a low cape pump, you held left too early. No, you do not need to hold B. Yep, there we go. I've done that stuff quite a few times. If you pull up close enough to a ceiling, you can stick to it. This is known as a sticky fly. If you pull up too early, you'll bonk into the wall. If you pull up too late, you will not stick to the ceiling. There we go, I did sticky fly. Sticky fly is always kind of cool. Okay, we need to get rid of this stuff because I can't read this. To do normal cape pumps, tap left for at least 10 frames as you are falling. You can actually gain height if you time your left taps correctly. If you tap left too early, you will not pump and will slowly fall instead. Note, a dive pump requires flight phase 3. I have no idea why I started so low down. There we go. To slow down flight, tap left and B. This decreases your speed by 6 per tap. Note, you can only cape pump if your speed is greater than 0. Now, why would I want to slow down flight here? Oh, that might be why. I've always been bad at that stuff. You can get a higher bounce off an enemy if you're holding B while in flight state. Cool. You can also exit flight state at any time by letting go of Y. The best time to let go of Y is when you're ascending. If you let go of Y while descending, sometimes it takes longer to exit the flight state. Oh, I'm not supposed to do it right there. Oh, hi Caputo. Yes, well, I'm still working on getting more out. I think I need to be holding the jump button still. I'm a little confused on what I'm doing. Oh, I guess I'm doing that, okay. When you're in flight state, you're immune to damage if you're not touching ground. If you run into an enemy, you'll exit flight state and be invulnerable for 48 frames. Darn it. There's a lot of stuff in this level. I might be doing something wrong here. No, that's not good. Okay, no, that is not what I'm supposed to do, actually. Jeez, that's hard. There we go. When you run into an enemy, you will also switch to a spin jumping state. Wasn't high enough. That's been a common theme with this stuff. I didn't have to use you guys. You can maintain flight state if you grab a vine during this state. You can also take damage while grabbing the vine. Note, you will fly in the direction that your lowered hand is on. Right, I forgot if it was lower or higher hand, actually, so that's good to read. That again. I'm always doing it too late. There we go. Not quite how I expected to do it, but okay. Sometimes you need to start flying slowly immediately after takeoff. During takeoff, you want to be as close to 0 speed by using small left and right taps. Here we go, the controlled flight. Right before entering flight state, make sure to tap right so you're facing right when you begin flying. I'm gonna hate this. Oh boy, this doesn't look fun at all. Can't do it! I hate controlled flight. Oh, I had it that time, actually. There we go. Ah, shoot! This is one of my least favorite things to do. Uh-oh. One of my least favorite things to do is controlled flight. No! So close! So close! That was so close. There we go, I made it. Get me out of here. You can fly with an item if you run right into it while in flight states. The controls are the same. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. You mean like this? Oh. You know, this one I was not very aware of. What the actual heck are you gonna make me do? Okay, this feels so much more awkward to get the timing down for. Okay, good. I actually did it. That's kind of awkward. Unlike P meter, you may maintain takeoff meter through pipes or doors. This means you can enter flight states without building P-meter as long as you're falling down while airborne and takeoff meters greater than 2. Oh my. Okay. That's weird. Oh. It's easier to do spin jumping in. Okay. There we go. No, spin fly, then enter the door. Yeah, I just did that with the pipe just previously, so. Okay, I'm trying to do it, but... Jeez. Okay, then this is weird. I don't like this at all. It doesn't even work. What? This isn't working. What? What is this trying to... I don't get it. What's it trying to... Okay, bye, Travis. I wish I knew what this was asking of me. Because the spin fly's not working. This isn't clear at all. I don't get it. Uh-oh. I'm not even registering what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, it just doesn't work. Okay, I might have to give in for this one. I need to see someone do this because This isn't making the slightest bit of sense to me. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. What? What? I don't get it. Okay, that's not the idea that I was getting. So I can apparently do that if I go in a door during spin flight mode. I did not understand that at all. That was not explained well enough. But there. I would not have pieced that together. That could have definitely been explained better. Alright, swimming mechanics. This level teaches about swimming mechanics. Max speed when swimming varies from 15 to 17. Holding Y does not affect your speed. No, letting go of right will slow you down 1 per frame. To swim upwards, press B. Note the amount you swim upwards varies depending on how fast you are descending when you press B. You gotta explain more than that. Explain the up and down mechanics. Just swim, yeah, there you go, hold down. This lets you cross at minimum 2 tile gaps. To swim higher, hold up. You can also cancel your momentum by pressing down, which will be important here. Easy, but swimming was always kind of easy for me. Item swimming. Get good at determining which swim height you need. Notes, to cancel your downward momentum, you may need to tap B more than once. You can hold down if you want, however, holding down does not make you fall faster. Hi, Princess Brienne. The max speed when swimming with an item varies from 31 to 33. When holding an item, you're constantly swimming upwards and in the direction you are facing. You can only pass through 1 tile gaps while holding an item. Since you're always moving while holding an item, tap left to right to make small adjustments. That was a very easy item swim. To swim upwards faster, throw the item upwards, then press B to swim upwards. Be careful not to swim too early, otherwise you'll pass through the item without gravity. Note, you'll throw items with less distance in water. Alright. Do not press up or down to avoid grabbing vines. Hold right and use your momentum to pass through them. Christmas and New Year was good. A bit more on the quiet side this year. The time in between, though, not quite. Ah, okay. They had a little trick at the end. Oops. Anyway, you are kind of leading to the stream, Princess Brienne. There's not too much time left to it, actually. It's only about another 24 minutes or so. But you basically missed me yelling at a level for well over an hour. Maybe about an hour and 20 minutes. Shoot! Okay. That last part's actually a little difficult, I will admit. What the? Oops, I grabbed the vine. It's alright, but just know that we're nearing the end now. I'm finally calm. Dang it! Is this the first water section that's actually giving me trouble in a Kaizo hack? Oh, I swam too high? Huh. You know this is the hardest Kaizo hack when the water section's actually giving me trouble. These are usually the parts I find easy. Ouch. Oh, stupid fish. There we go, I made it. That last part is mainly actually kind of hard. Okay, that's it. But swimming levels usually aren't that difficult for me in these hacks. I usually kind of relate when I reach a water level because it's usually a somewhat easier time for me, relatively speaking. The final exam? That can't be right. How many exits are there left? I'm taking a quick look at how many exits there are remaining. Let me see this. Yeah, 33. There's a whole nother secret world. The final exam, monkas. Monkas? Everything. There are 7 rooms in total. Good luck. Here we go. Now we're really in some deep trouble. I figured we would have started with the beginning stuff first. Alright then. Well, let's see how far I can get in 20 minutes, I guess. Since I'm definitely not going to beat it. Dang it. Secret world's pretty lengthy, and probably knowing this guy's probably near impossible too. I see, I was supposed to wait. Oh, he didn't even land on the platform. Not again. Darn it. Darn it. Oh my gosh, that keeps happening. What? It didn't need my inputs. Ouch. I don't think I can even build P-Speed here. I'm not sure what I'm actually going to do there. It's really easy to stay on the ceiling for way too long a period of time, it seems. Do I have to try and regain P-Speed on that platform? If so, that's kind of mean. Because I know I can't just hurry through because, well, there's a thump in the way and the platform's not even there yet. And it shows A's on each side with arrows, inferring that I need to actually be there for a while. Barely even touched the button. How was I in the air for that long? I have no idea what that wants for me. That part, I can't decipher that part. Even with the arrows, it almost feels like I'm being lied to, honestly. Don't think I'm gonna be getting very far in this level tonight. Ouch. This is weird. Nope. Again, I lost all the... I don't quite understand. What do you mean it came back? But I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, okay, that is roughly what I'm supposed to do. I'm glad I figured that out, at least. But that was kind of difficult to figure out, honestly. Even with the arrows, it was kind of confusing. Shoot. I'm almost past that spot. Whoops. Alright, we got 12 more minutes on this. To see if we can at least make it to room 2. Ah. Shoot, I lost the P-speed. That's unfortunate. I bet Sonic would never lose the P-speed. Come on. Why does it respawn so easily? That's so frustrating. Don't respawn so easily. Really? The tests are the places where I don't expect the Kaizo blocks, and they're the only levels the Kaizo blocks appear in. Whoops. I don't even know where the Kaizo blocks begin. That's even worse. I'm kind of surprised. This whole room seems to only be about spin flight. Kind of would have expected it to pack more of the elements in the room, of the world, than just this. If there's only going to be 7 rooms for every aspect we've learned. Whoa! I actually cleared the first room! Nice! I actually did it! Okay, so room 2 is... Oh, no, not controlled flight! I hate controlled flight! I'm so bad at controlled flight! Need I say more? Oh, holy smokes! How was I supposed to be ready for that one? But again, sneak peek, and I actually figured out the entirety of the first room, so I should be happy about that. I know this is slow, but I don't really want to speed up or I'll mess something up, so we're gonna go slow. Okay, then up and left? You're gonna make me do something you didn't even teach me. Thankfully, I know it, but... Okay, this is officially about final exam, because it's forced me to do something that... Panga refused to even tell anyone about. How to change your direction. That's sort of a big thing to miss out on. How come I wasn't slowing down? Oh, hi, Queen Blaze. Hi. Yeah, I'm just seeing how much of this final exam level I can do before I close the stream in 8 minutes. Gotta remind myself how to actually slow down. Oh, you have to tap B, right. That's what it was. To slow down, you have to tap B. Yeah, I saw. It's okay. Kinda wish I didn't start myself so slow. Well, now I gotta do it again. My gosh! Yeah, I am. The bug is all gone. Darn it! I thought I'd make it. Ouch. Alright, see ya. Really hate controlled flights so much. What? What? I went too high. I went too high. Okay, I don't even know what happened there. What the... Ugh. Cape's not easy. Can I ever just get through that part? Come on. Oh gosh, that's hard. That's hard. I think it really wants me to slow down a bit there. Ah, I thought I could make it. Darn it! Didn't slow down enough. Okay, I was going too fast. Ouch. I didn't mean to speed up that much. Okay, 1 minute left. Oh my gosh, Mario! Why didn't you fly up? I told you to fly up! This is probably gonna be the last attempt. Okay, no, it's actually not 6 o'clock, so one more go. Okay, well, time's up. I got to see a little bit of the final exam at least, so that's pretty good. But, that's the end of the stream, so maybe I'll finish the final exam next time, but I believe there's more afterwards, so yeah, I'm not sure. YouTube's current bitrate, well, I'm pretty sure I have my bitrate set to 68K, so it's only telling me that, I don't know. Well, it looks like the stream quality is starting to dip a little bit, so this is a good time to stop anyway. So, I made good progress in the hack at least. That's a good thing. And next time I will have to try and beat the final exam, and then there's still like another 6 exits after that, a special world, so I'm scared for that. Until then, though, this has been TailsFan 109. I probably won't be able to stream next week, and might have other things to do then. But until next time, whenever that is, this has been TailsFan 109, and have a nice day. Bye. There we go.